This gathering represents a crucial milestone in our journey towards harnessing the power of technology to drive economic growth, foster innovation, and improve the lives of all Zimbabweans and Africans. Zimbabwe is our home, and the solutions to building a digitally connected nation come from us ourselves. A nation is built by its own. And in Shona they say, Nika. And in Ndebele they say, Ilizwe. You know, after His Excellency, our President, taught us this. For me, those were some of the very few words that I began to know in Ndebele. Ilizwe lakiwa lamanika Zimbabwe. A nation is built by its own. And we believe that we are there to build our Zimbabwe. We are there to build the digital space that we want. We want to thank you for all the innovations, for everything that you have done towards making sure that you are there to shape and be able to also upgrade and also move the digital landscape to where you want it to be. So indeed, we really want to thank you for that. Our president has been very clear. He has said that let us build our Zimbabwe. He has been very clear, let us digitalize Zimbabwe. For us to digitalize Zimbabwe, it takes us as people of Zimbabwe to be able to make sure that we push this. For us to be able to push the narrative and be able to make sure that we assist our president in achieving this vision. It doesn't need us to sit at the periphery. It needs us to get involved for us to be able to achieve this. As we embark on this momentous occasion, it is imperative that we reflect on the immense potential that lies within this. We need to also realize that the digital economy has emerged as a powerful force for change, reshaping industries and also transcending boundaries. Central to our vision, we have got what we're calling the National Broadband Plan, a strategic roadmap which we believe is there to expand access to high-speed internet connectivity across our nation. Recognizing that access to broadband is not just a luxury, but a fundamental right. We are committed to bridging the digital divide and ensuring that every Zimbabwean has access to the tools and the resources that they need to thrive in the digital age. Complementing our efforts is also the National ICT Policy, which we believe is a comprehensive framework that sets out our strategic objectives and priorities for the years ahead. This policy underscores our commitment to us fostering an environment that is conducive and also innovative, which also is there to make sure we propel investment and entrepreneurship. By promoting digital literacy, strengthening cybersecurity, and enhancing the regulatory environment, we are laying the foundation of a vibrant and dynamic ICT sector that drives economic growth and creates jobs. There is a saying which says, no matter how much you push, there are things that take time. I'll tell you a very good example that we know it. If you want to give birth, it has to be 9 months. Yes, of course, you can say premature, yes, can be 7, can be 8, but as much as you can push, everything takes time. There are some things which naturally take time. And indeed, I'm saying, one thing that we need to be able to appreciate and understand is that for CompuLink to be where it is today, is time. And it's a vision which was given birth and now has to move on. And I really want to thank you for having this vision and continuously pushing for you to be able to make sure that you also complement the efforts that government has. And this we greatly appreciate, for we know that with your collaboration, with you also making sure that you push, we'll be able to get to the Zimbabwe that we want.
We have just been told by the Permanent Secretary in Kenya, they are developing solutions for Kenyans. And we need Zimbabweans to develop solutions for Zimbabweans. It means that we need to break down the doors of mediocrity wherever we are and seek the best solutions for our nation, for our land. So let us break down those doors. And when we go into innovation, it must be best fit for purpose. It must be sustainable. It must be able to add value. And this is something that we always talk about in Econet. We must add value, because without adding value, we are wasting our time. Another statement of fact, my brothers and sisters, God is the owner of this universe. In fact, I get goosebumps if each time I look into space and I look into the Milky Way galaxy. I see the galaxies are even more. They run into billions, but they all belong to God. And in fact, Psalm 24 verse 2 reminds us, the earth is the Lord's, and all that is in it, including us who dwell in it. So there is an owner who controls the universe, who controls the earth. And we need to align ourselves with this owner, because he is the one who has empowered us. I love this quotation. The world is endless. The universe is inexhaustible. And in fact, the human brain will never be threatened with unemployment. When I saw this quotation, I said, what does this guy mean? It means when you are threatened with unemployment, you have allowed laziness to creep into your own life, because there is so much to do. What are we saying? We are saying unemployment is a limitation of the mind. And so I really agree with this statement. And so I'm told that even as we go throughout the country, there are so many resources that we can tap into to develop our nation. And ICT is an enabler. What we are gathering here for, the ICT Evolve Summit, is an enabler for us to create wealth. So Africa has been positioned very well all along, until you get to the last two columns. And my brothers and sisters, this is what has made me angry personally. Global wealth. We are number 6. In other words, we close the door. Why? And then when it comes to GDP per capita, we are number 6. Called the poorest continent. And yet we are the richest continent. How do you marry those two? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what has made me angry. And in my own individual capacity, I've said, I'm going to shake my own life. Starting with me, I'm not going to blame anyone. I'm going to my own village where I was born, and I'm going to shake my fellow villagers to say, hey, let's wake up and do something, because we are sitting on the best continent on planet Earth. And yet, our statistics, they show closing the door. At Econet, we are seeing our role is that of driving technology. So we are partnering with you, my brother Edward, for economic development of our land, our nation. Why? Because governments worldwide are working on advancing digital inclusion, recognizing the transformative power that it has got. This is according to the GSMA. So we've said we must let the light shine. Number 1, infrastructure development. From 1998, we have been planting infrastructure into this nation, and we have spent about $2 billion up to today, putting towers, transmission network, fiber, the switches. So we believe in this land as Econet, and we have said, let's continue to invest. As we speak, we are continuing to put more base stations across the land. I know that access to resources has not been easy, but we have said we cannot stop on infrastructure development. Keep the light shining. Secondly, digital connectivity. We must connect people to business, business to business. This connectivity is critical, and we see it as our mandate as Econet to do.